Live.
We're live. Well, thank God.
Hello. Hello, people. Oh,
You know,
my video is all choppy.
that's okay. You only have one hand too, so everything's not working 100% today, dude.
Yeah. So, successful surgery
No,
of
it's
the
not.
of
You
the
don't have an
elbow.
FU on there.
Yeah, elbow right there. Get
Sign that, dude.
I get out of this on Monday, and then I go into a hard cast for 4 to 6 weeks, which I'm betting is not going to be 4 to 6 weeks.
That's the recommended time, right?
Right. I have tin snips and a fairly functional left arm.
You
So,
know, self-doctoring is a bad move, dude. I'm just letting you know.
hey, before there were doctors, there was self-doctoring. It
Yeah,
was
that's why
it
people
was
live to
good
28.
enough. It was good enough for people then. It's fucking
Dude,
good
that's
enough for me
everything.
now.
People then suck, dude.
Well, that's why the lifespan was like
Yeah,
35 years old.
man, that guy's a sage. He's 25.
Yeah. He knows everything. He's 30. But of course we can't trust him because you can't trust anyone over 30.
That's the way it works.
So if anybody just randomly popped in on this rant, my
Yeah,
good friend Zach Glazer, this is his Goddammit Zach show. I am his faithful sidekick, Skeeter Green,
he's
the
more in charge
the
now, though.
the one-armed pirate. Yeah, no, I'm not in charge. I just do all the work. You Vulcan mind controlled me to take over all of the back end work here. So, uh, yeah, I do remember last time I cut off my cast. I got out of my cast early. No, and it is not surgery again. It is surgery on the other arm.
I'm
I
about to interrupt you and say, I think that we should have a watch on you. You should have a camera from your computer, a Twitch stream to see when you do it. Take pool.
oh no, I'll do it on a Zoom.
Yeah, we want to.
I'm not
We
afraid
need
of
to like
doing
start
that.
selling tickets. Like, is it going
Yeah,
to do it in a week?
we're gonna have to get Devil at Northwest Jen probably out of the house during that because I don't think she's gonna
Put up with
like
that?
that. She's not gonna like that so
She's
much.
not going to like the way you
Um,
treat your health like you treat everything else.
yeah, she has been wonderful, by the way, so I want to make sure that it is a public record that my wife has been putting up with my shit for. It has been 1 week now that I have been in this cast, and uh, the yeah, it didn't go so well. So
What has?
so I had my surgery. I had a torn tendon in my right elbow. The doctor got in there and said, "Yeah, there was a bit more cleanup than we imagined, but it all went very well."
Bit more cleanup. That's such a simple way to say, oh man.
Yeah, yeah. It's the simple way to say we're gonna fast track you for the bionic elbow here
Yikes.
real soon. Uh, but on a good news front, I got home. Everything was fine. Started my pain meds like I was supposed to. Everything was fine. Next day, I had a bubbly water, violently threw up everything, and have had
Maybe you're
no
poisoned.
pain meds since. So I was only on the oxy for 24 hours. I feel good. I had some
Don't sell them or anything.
super fucked up dreams.
They're not worth
Super.
anything. You shouldn't sell those.
Yeah. No. Surprisingly, you are the half dozenth
I
person
know.
to tell
I'm
me
sure the
that.
last one to say it, dude. Because we're all money hungry. Like
Ah,
we picture ourselves as still fun party guys when we actually would just kill us.
yeah. So um, a little bit of backstory about this episode of Goddammit Zach. This is the first time I ever actually messaged Zach and said, "Hey, this is what I want to talk about on the show. Are you okay with it?" Because we have a standing policy of not bringing in politics and social aspects except for, you know,
Except for the dumbest ones.
tangentially into the show. We try not to focus directly on Frog God Games stuff or necessarily SGP stuff. It's just us trying to have fun. And Zach said he was okay with me talking shit, but
But I
be,
knew that he would talk himself out of it because he had other people who
be,
would see the light.
between Zach and a few other people, they made it very
I didn't say
clear to
anything.
me.
I didn't say
What?
a word. I didn't say a word to you. I just said, oh, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, but you dragging your feet is saying a word. That's the Zach method.
Dude, it works for me. It's worked for me for many years.
It worked on me. So I am not going to vent about things going on in the Facebook world. You all have
You know
seen
what I
it.
hate? I hate demons. This
Yep.
book of demons, I hate it. There you go. How's that?
Oh,
You
dang.
can hate.
Hey, books. Uh let's dive in and start. We have a bunch of mutual friends that are
Not
running
for long. Oh.
Kickstarters. So let's just dive right in. We're gonna talk about
Oh, I know that guy.
we're gonna talk about a mutual friend, Brian Berg, Total Party Kill Games. Zach, you were just on Brian
Yeah, I saw what
Berg's
kind of fraud this guy
side
was when I was
piece.
on the Wizards of the Couch. Whose monster in it anyway? And I saw how big a
No,
fraud Merfolk
this
is.
is. Oh yeah, no, never mind. Shh. Please
No,
tell us about your experience.
no, and we talked about his actual Kickstarter, and we talked about why and how. And it was cool. It actually, I was going to say he is slick when he does these 5e rule
Did you
extensions.
see the pledge just changed while we had it up there?
Down.
I'm going to count that as that was because of us. You're welcome,
All right.
Berg.
Anyway, he's a total tool, and we had a good time, and I really, he's one of the creators I like the most because he does so many things well because he's such a small operation that's impressive. So I like Brian.
Yeah,
He's good.
Brian has been. I think the first time I met Brian was actually at PaizoCon. I think he had a table there, and I think that was the first time that we had met in person. And I love the dude to death. We give each other shit nonstop, just because he is great for the game. He is wicked smart. He has a grasp of rules that belies the fact that he is a staggering drunk in public. Um, but sweet guy, and the thing that I respect the most about Brian is a lot of people don't want to hear from the fans about their characters, but Brian loves that. So please go up to him and tell him about your character builds. He uses that in his books, and it's fantastic. So please do it all the time. Like the whole time you see him in public.
Anyway, so taking advice from Skeeter Green is often what I would call dicey. But no, Brian is a great guy. He makes good stuff, and
And
what I like
Total
about
Party Kill Games sells dice as well.
no, what I like about Brian, like his booth, is he includes other publishers who can't be there for their conventions to push their stuff, and I think it helps everybody have a better interaction. The more fans you get stuff when you have decent people running companies rather than like me.
That's one of the things that's very interesting. I have noticed, particularly in the smaller publishers, that there has been a move, and there's a bunch of us that kind of run in the same circles at conventions. Very authentic uh, game design. It's not, stuff we do. Some of the stuff that Total Party Kill does is not for everyone. Uh, my stuff with SGP is certainly not for everyone's taste, but the people who are being authentic in their game writing are really kind of banding together and getting some bandwidth, and I think it's great. I mean, it's like in the 70s when there wasn't, you know, massive support for D&D. People made their own shit and shared it. Now,
You have U.S. Post Office. That's how dedicated they were.
right, right. So, in addition to this, and I have to say that I do have something to do with this book.
Sure you do.
I am writing a few words in this
This
book.
book.
Yeah, in no, the Book of Monstrous
He's
Might.
going to type the whole thing with one hand because he's
Yeah,
patient.
yeah. Actually, that's not going too bad. So switching gears,
Oh boy.
we're going to go to another Fucking
Oh God!
superhero.
All right. First of all, I got a story to tell about Tom. He
So do I.
sucks.
No.
No, that's it.
Nope. I am not going in this 48-minute period. I'm not going to allow you to badmouth Tom Tullis.
Fuck
Be,
that. I can say all
just
that I want to about
just
him.
because Tom Tullis has done so much
Yeah.
for 3D printing in the
No, and D&D as well.
I mean, he's done amazing stuff. He is always willing to answer questions. Um, and if you buy him a steak, he will follow you home like a puppy.
If you tell him you're going to buy a mistake, he'll still follow you home, and then you won't realize it till
Yeah.
later.
I am super impressed with this terrain, and I was thinking about it last night. I'm gonna 3D print this shit out and paint it like Christmas Village
Awesome.
and have monsters in there.
I think that's I was telling you Dave Fried today on Neurarchy that we live in a time where I can put on a headset and see all these game representations and see board game tables and then go print out the board game pieces 5 minutes later so I can play it in my house. I don't
Yeah.
leave anything.
So this one, very, very,
That's tasteful.
yeah, I'm going to print this out at like double or triple size so I can
Oh yeah.
have this in my house. I love that sculpt for some reason.
Well, it reminds you of like how you met your first girlfriend.
Hey now, uh, yeah, I just wish I could paint.
Well,
I
that's why, for instance, Skeeter, you find someone who can paint, you pay them money. It's called business.
right, and I'm hoping that that person that I'm going to pay money is my wife because
Ooh,
she loves to paint, she loves to do artistic stuff like that, and I think
you'd have a gig like McCarty's got where he makes his kids paint, like a like a
are
like
you
a.
suggesting that Ian's daughters are the same size as my wife?
No, I'm saying that you have the same deal where somebody else is doing your work.
Oh yeah, no, that's just because that's
Lazy.
smart.
Oh, yeah, smart too.
I don't like to say that Ian's got it locked down too much because that leprechaun head will get even bigger. But
I'm working on Skeeter's models right now, says Wonky. You know, you have fallen into the trap, haven't you? Keelan, you've fallen into Skeeter Green's trap where he's like your friend, then also you're doing work for him. One day you're talking to him, next day you're doing rapid maps.
I'm still scrolling through this goddamn Kickstarter because there is
Uh,
so
is this still
much.
Tom?
This is still Tom. This is all the stuff that is already done.
No, it's amazing. He does really good work. The more I learned about 3D printing and 3D software, the more impressed I was.
I'm gonna paint that villager as a nun.
No, don't.
I'm gonna.
No, no, please don't do that.
I'm gonna do it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna make it
I don't care
super
about
awkward. Bay windows, bay windows for your gaming
Well,
pleasure.
either you're tasteful or you're not, Skeeter. You have to make a decision.
Um,
They're the gable roofs, dude. It's incredible.
undead gorillas, because Tom wanted to make a miniature of me.
I think it looks a little more like me than you.
Fire elemental. Arr. That's gonna be cool. I actually got some translucent orange
Okay.
PLA,
Nice.
so I can print this shit out. Look at that thing.
No,
So
I was already threatened with that by Tom.
yeah, so he showed me this, and I said, "Does that ram come out of there? Because Zach is gonna choke on it."
Oh boy, that's not cool. Because it's the 45 seconds before that story started that I just don't want to know.
Yeah, no, it goes super wrong super fast. But please take a look at this. This is Tom's home
Back it if you have
campaign.
it. Even if you don't have a 3D printer, you want to back it and have the files because you'll get one eventually.
Yeah,
Honestly, for
no,
a hobby
it's
like ours, it's almost a must-have. I can't have one because my wife doesn't like the way this smells, PLA smells. So I had to give up
yeah.
something I love just because she can't smell stuff. It's
Still
terrible.
do you have a 3D printer?
Not anymore.
Dude, you should have given it to me.
It's huge. I have to ship it to you. I did that once with a monitor. I'm done.
Well, apparently, our gens have gotten their heads together, and we're gonna drive to a middle location.
Well, they're also talking how my wife wants to do a seminar with all the rest of the gems and to talk about us. That's the
Sure.
whole that would be boring.
Yeah. So something else that popped up recently,
Oh,
um, Ed Bigford
ooh, that's cool.
has got this going on, and Ed makes the art that caused me to create SGP. I've always been fascinated by that late 60s, early 70s pulp sci-fi paperback book things. Um, and this stuff is just fucking amazing.
No, it's spot on.
Um, I
I was
love
just at the
it.
store looking at the original like 60s and 70s books,
Yeah,
and yeah, nice.
I tell him all the time that I'm gonna get him to do some skeleton in a spacesuit art for me.
You know,
We're
maybe.
gonna revisit that later because I have some project news
Oh
to
boy,
talk about.
I think we've had 4 shows where you mentioned that. I think you might have an issue, might have a problem.
Um, Certainly do. But
That's not it.
yeah, some other things happened in Facebook news that are
Oh,
positive.
oh, okay.
Um, we get this. Can you see
Legit.
it? Can you see it on
I,
your screen?
I don't see it on my screen yet. Hold on.
Oh,
Looking.
look on the shared screen.
Virtual, virtual game Holcon.
This is the virtual Gamehole Con shirt.
It's a life cycle.
That yes, yes. Look right into that. Alex Kammer gives zero fucks about any tangential IP
Well, he
because
he
that is
wasted.
absolutely
Look,
what I
it would
thought.
cost me my entire life savings to defend myself from a lawsuit. He could just, open fall his pocket that day.
Yeah. No, I think this is I think this is awesome. He swore up and
It
down.
was not enough to do it to Hasbro. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and do it to Disney.
Yeah.
You're a man, Alex.
Yeah, that is great. Another another thing on our Kickstarter front. You
Oh, I
you
know that guy.
you know our man Levi.
I know
He's
him.
he's gotten a taste for the zine life now.
And he strikes me as a zine guy. Dude. He's edgy. He's
It
edgy. And he thinks about things that are actually newish.
Yeah,
It's
and if you
hard in a game that's this old.
so this is Phylactery 2, The Wrath of Khan. He had another title for it that was awesome, but
That
decided
couldn't work.
not to go with it.
I think I know what it is.
Um, I think this could be Phylactery 2, Season of the Witch. I mean, there's so many awesome
The Phylactery
Phylactery
Strikes
Strikes
Back, dude.
Back. Yep,
Yep.
yep. I mean, it's perfect. If you didn't see his first one, I highly suggest you track him down and try to wrestle one out of him. That will probably go poorly for you because he's gonna whip an ass. But
You gotta sneak up on late, dude. Late at night, he's not as actually aware. So
some people have asked if this was a planned surgery or if it was a fight, and it was. I have to say it was a fight, and you should see the other guy. And this is the other guy. See,
yeah,
he got
you
a throat
beat his job
punch.
out of him too.
He got a throat punch, and he's trying to play it off. No, this is our buddy Ben Barsh.
He shouldn't have started it, dude. He should
he
not have started it.
he also had a procedure. He got some bad news about his Disney school, but the kid is killing it, and he also has a fucking Kickstarter going. I think, doesn't he?
Yeah, can you imagine being his age and being together enough to actually run something like that?
Dude, I can't imagine being my age and having shit together. Which
You have
is
you just hide that from everybody because that way
yeah.
people start expecting stuff if you're good at it.
So another thing I've got going on, and we're gonna go with this. This is a
Sounds-
Kickstarter
I like it.
that is gonna happen next week. I look for it on Tuesday. The Scientific Barbarian. If that is not one of the coolest zine names, and that cover. Um, I also have something to do with this, slightly, very slightly.
Well, I
Um,
wonder who that could be.
well,
Nice.
there's another picture of it.
All right, so
That's
so
our man Jim
he
Walker.
calls you the Crater Mutant.
Yeah,
Now,
who do you think wrote that?
can't imagine
Uh,
some crazy person.
that's our brother Levi Combs as well.
I'm telling you, you can almost
Uh,
feel the vibe.
yeah,
Everyone, now
there's
that's
some
like
information.
I like it. Mini adventure, regular feature, nice. And the credits has, well, I'll be. You're
Well,
right.
look at the featured articles. That's some important stuff there. Levi Combs, Mike Stewart,
Never heard of it.
and some guy named Skeeter Green.
Not heard of him.
Reprobate.
I think he was on the internet.
Oh
Not
my
too.
God! Mutant maladies, diseases for your MCC game. What could possibly go wrong in a mutant disease factory?
I don't know.
I'm sure I don't know, but we got to find out.
I can't even imagine there's anything in the world where we can compare it to. Thank God that's not true.
Yeah. And that funny thing, that article started before coronavirus.
Of course it didn't. That's how everything in this world has become. That's why you
Also,
cannot do not write an article about Tarasques, please, because that'd be a 2020 thing. Is a Tarrasque coming out in November?
I am never not going to show this penis monster just
Or
because it's fantastic. Um, yeah. So those are some of the things that are going on in the world that are not
well,
hostile.
do you like chaos, Peter?
No, I like to live a completely ordered and uh, yeah, I can't even say it.
I know you literally can't with a straight face, can you?
No, I can't do it.
I would share. There's an Indiegogo all about chaos that went out today. I would share and show people, but I don't have the ability to share a screen because I'm locked out.
Really?
Yeah,
What? Uh, okay. Can you send it to me, and I can
I
send
sure
it to
can.
you?
Yeah. Hang on, Scooter Green. Let me do your job for you. It's pretty awesome.
Uh, no, you shut up. You send it to me.
I am. I'll do it right away. Right away, sir.
All right. We are experiencing technical difficulty.
No, we're not. You were experiencing them.
I am not experiencing technical difficulty.
All right, you're right.
I am, in fact, because I have a helpful glazer.
Yeah,
Hold on. We might. There we go.
yeah.
Look at that.
She put it. There you go. Path of Vanish. That's one of them.
Path of the Vanished.
Oh man.
Look at us.
No, don't. You probably don't want to.
Yeah, this is really uh we're stupid, and by we I mean that in the royal sense. I am stupid.
Well, yeah. You also have one arm, so you're kind of invalid too.
Well, fuck. I
There-
love to say that the one arm is slowing me down, but just the lack of ability is slowing me down. Did you send me the
Yep, in the
link?
group chat.
Oh, I don't look there.
That's why I sent it there. It's just an obvious thing to do.
Okay. No, please hold. We are, please stand by.
I can just.
There, look at that. Look at that seamless transition.
That was awesome. Way to go, Skeeter Green.
Yeah, woohoo!
You know,
Look at
I think
me.
that if Casey Rift wants to go ahead and give us a shot, if he wants to take a break, he should do that.
Good Lord, no.
Yeah,
I
give us the
can,
key. We'll take care of it.
I can only do this on a very small scale. Uh, Now, strangely enough, I remember when this originally came out with Necromancer Games,
You
and
probably liked it better back then because men were real men. There wasn't this newfangled stuff, right?
no, and it was. I talked with Jim Kalura a lot regarding this, and uh, what did we do? Thracia, Caverns of Thracia, the Judges Guild module that Necromancer Games put out.
And Janelle wrote that one, I believe.
Janelle wrote that one. Jim made some changes, expanded it a little bit, and I got to write part of level 4. So I was very happy about that.
In Chaos Rising.
No, in
Because
Thracia.
I said Chaos Rising is really good. I didn't know you did.
Yeah, no, no, I had nothing to do with it. That's part of why it's good.
No, I'm excited about it. It's the enemy is a cool one. You don't see often though. Everybody sees it in Monster Manuals, never actually fights it. It's got a little bit higher level stuff going on, and it's actually got some Casey Christopherson got us some good art for it. It's creepy stuff. So I'm excited. Anyways, this one just came out today. It's doing real well. So if you're into things that are gross and into things that are scary, this one's for
Yeah,
you.
it's it's gross and scary.
It's almost as bad as Bunnies and Burrows, man.
Well, and Casey, speaking of Casey, has some writing that he is just finishing up. He mentioned that in his Facebook posts.
You
And
ever seen his daughter's comics?
yeah, yeah.
Those are my favorite because they're more. She's more creative to think of that than any one of us who've been doing this forever.
Well, it's great because several years ago at North Texas, she was just on the floor in the Frog God room doodling out these um, cartoons and all this animation and stuff. And she's like, look at this. What do you think? And I think she was like 10 at the
Yeah,
time.
you,
And I'm
you turn
like,
to a little girl that's 10 and say, "You don't have a chance. Sorry,
yeah,
baby. Sorry,
no,
honey."
no. I'm looking at this and I'm like, well, God damn it, kid. You got more talent at like a quarter of my age than I'll ever have. So I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure you don't make it.
Yeah,
That is not at all what
you,
I
you don't
did.
know anybody that can get you a leg up here. So, no, she's wonderful. I like her way better. I like Casey. So, Jim Miller wants to know how come we are allowed to have internet. And I said, because
Because literally the only reason we have this is no one has stopped us from doing it.
shh,
Uh,
the people who are going to stop us aren't far from us right now.
all right.
So,
So what else is happening?
well, what's happening is actually, I've spent a lot of time recently reevaluating how we're going to work with the Frog God stuff. And what happens? Matt Finch decides to move right next to me.
Oh boy.
So
So
now,
how is that working? Did he
well,
make
he's not
it?
here yet. He's here
Oh,
tomorrow, so I can talk about him because he can't. He's not going to be watching this. And the best part of that is that now I can. If he can't shirk duty that much, I can go over there and I can tape stuff to his house. Can't wait.
yeah.
Can't.
Let me know how that works for you.
Well, the way I see it is, Skeeter, once he leaves, you can go ahead and move in his place. Drive him out. No, I'm
No,
looking for. It's going to be strange to be around the people I work with to be able to actually like a job. Maybe I'll get a water cooler.
it's not going to be a job.
I know. Sorry.
Uh, so in additional real world news, how are you and my sister doing in your hotbed disease factory of a
Well,
state? Are you guys safe?
fuck yeah, we're fine.
Good.
It's interesting. We live in the county that has the least amount of like cases per people who live here. And we had a big, huge spike the other day, huge, and every one of those in the spike was at a nursing home. Every one
Yep.
of them. I never left for
That's what
anything.
started in Washington.
Yeah, no, that's
Started at a
right.
nursing home.
So anyway, but I wear my mask and I go places and wipe my hands with all the appropriate alcohol wipes or whatever, and clean up the cart. And the thing is that I think it's polite. I do it. I don't love it. I understand why people can be opposed to it, but I feel it's polite to my fellow citizens to let them know I'm not trying to kill them this week.
It's not enough of an imposition for me to not do it, and you know how I am.
Yeah. So I will
Slightest
tell you,
slightest
and
imposition, and I'm like, fuck
I,
you.
when we were in Dallas, I found it to be much harder with the humidity. It was like more uncomfortable. But you can walk 8 feet away and take it down. It's not like you have to, complain it that much. So
Right.
I complained to my wife. I'll admit it. I didn't like it, and then I thought about it a lot, and I changed my tune. So
Oh
I'm a
shit.
better person.
I don't like it. I don't like the not going to
You don't like
restaurants.
anything, dude. That's different.
That is a salient point.
I kind of see myself as of the two of us, I'm more salient.
Um, Oh my God, yes. I don't think that's ever been in dispute.
So something I want to show you that's not totally game related. And Facebook, I often will put people on a list, right? I write it down.
Oh, are
I'm
we
like,
gonna start talking about Facebook?
no, not that kind of Facebook.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to share with you on my top secret notebook. I have Matt Finch's name written on there a bunch of times with check marks, and I got Bill. He made it there. So I'm keeping a log of when I get mad. I'm gonna do it right here.
Oh Lord.
You want a copy? You want a copy?
It kind of makes me it makes me wonder.
You're in it.
I have to say
You're in it.
what Mad Zach is like.
I'm not mad. I'm just keeping track.
No, I know. I know. You've got a list
I got a list.
and it just when I hear the term Mad Zach, it just makes me want
But
to go,
English is mad in the English
"Oh.
sense. I'm mad in the English sense. I
Oh,
must be mad.
you're crazy?"
That's I think is more likely.
Okay. Fair enough.
So no, anyway, so a couple of other things that I noticed was that I think I'm so happy to know that I think the Kickstarter markets, the watching lots of projects this week, is doing much better than I thought it would be 8 weeks ago.
Well, yeah.
I
Uh
mean, seeing stuff still getting sold and getting made is really heartening.
It it is. That is a nice thing that people are still able to do things. On that front, SGP is finally going to get off its ass and have a Kickstarter likely in September.
I had to write that down here on my notebook.
Okay, did that anger you?
No, I've been to check later.
Yeah,
Usually it's Guppy I've been putting in lately, so it's what are you gonna do?
yeah. Well,
Matt,
Guppy should be on each page.
I don't. Chuck's trying to explain who I am when I'm mad, and I don't think that's me. I think he's describing Conan. And people's trying to cheer. Okay, you know what? We need a new topic.
I think Mad Zach should be an NPC. I can't tell what that says.
Not today, Satan. That's what I'm telling
Oh,
you.
speaking of Satan,
Oh God, I talked to him today too.
how's he doing? How's his family?
Uh, fine.
Okay.
No,
Well,
he's doing
again,
well.
Texas is another petri dish of
He's still
stuff,
alive,
so I
and so
want to
as long
make
as he's still
sure.
alive and answering customer service emails, everything's fine in the universe.
Yeah. I mean, I don't give a shit about people's personal views. They can view whatever they want as long as they are safe.
There are a couple people I wish wouldn't be safe.
Well, yeah, there's a couple people I think can drop into a deep hole in the earth.
Well, I told my parents that if they didn't start wearing a mask, if they caught COVID, they wouldn't die of it. Because I'd make sure they died of something else.
Ooh, that's very direct and savage.
Well, it honestly got to the point where they were so unable to follow the directions that I'm like, it doesn't matter anymore. No one will miss them.
Oh, oh, damn.
Well, they really needed to wear a mask. They weren't.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
So I had to be that guy. Jen heard me get mad actually in the vehicle on the speakerphone. I was like, I lost my cool. I admit it. I'm proud. Not
So
proud.
what's on the schedule for Zach Glazer and conventions for the rest of the year? Are
I
you
don't know if
still
there are any.
any? Well,
There's one that and there used to be in Shreveport, the Long Con
right.
is in November, and I'm signed up for it. I don't know, Lord, the way the world is now, if everything's still here in November, I'll seriously consider going.
Well, I think the conventions are going to move to a virtual format if they can.
Oh,
I mean,
without a doubt.
Gamehole is doing it.
GenCon, I heard they might do something.
If Gamehole, well, when Gamehole opens up, I am certainly going to try and play in some games. I may even consider trying to run a game. I don't know if we want to do the small press.
I would like to do that actually because
Sure.
I find that that's a when I was with the CoboCon for the VIP like get together, there's like 30 people in the room and it actually went well. I think it'd be fun to have a roundtable more than anything, a seminar really.
Well, I want to do the Brady Bunch thing again.
Oh yeah,
I thought that was really great.
here's a story. Yeah, I like it. I like
Yeah.
it.
And it's nice to get some to rotate some people in and out of that just to get some different perspectives. Because
No, I'll
every
rotate out. I got the hint.
no, you're not going to rotate out. You have to be the voice of reason.
Oh,
Am I actually going to
hey,
be in
my wife
charge
will
of
now
eight
type
other
something
people?
into. My wife's going to type in the chat right now. I'm sure of it. Something about what kind of voice of reason I really am.
Oh boy,
No, boy is
is
right.
she? Oh, so Reaper is Reaper doing a?
Online with classes and everything. I think that one's actually going to be neat.
Yeah, I need to watch that just so I can
Well, we
learn how
went
to
to
paint.
ReaperCon last year and we signed up too late as a sponsor to be able to get into. Every one of the classes was full, man. And they
Yeah.
were all cool. When you walk by and saw everybody doing what they're doing, I didn't think a miniature painting convention would be cool. And it was really, really cool. So,
Very rarely, but still, even after many, many, many years have passed, Devilette Northwest Gen still mentions Reaper Ron as being dreamy.
oh, he's my dream guy, dude.
So, yeah, Reaper is they have been
They're run by a specimen of manhood, man.
they have been friends of Necromancer Games for ages and
Bill and
just
him
a
went to college together, I think.
yeah, just good company, good dudes, good people.
The
Always
best,
been super nice to us when we've been there.
the best part is that we went to ReaperCon. We saw us sitting down. Ron comes around and Bill's sure he's going to talk to Bill. He's like, "Where's Jennifer Glazer?" That's what he asked because Jen was doing the coordinating everybody at the convention and getting to
That's
show up.
awesome.
It's like she was so effective. I'm like, yeah, she is
Yeah,
effective, all right. No, it's awesome that he asked about her. He's a nice guy.
yeah. He's super cool. I am looking forward to Gamehole, but I am looking forward to TotalCon next year, 2021,
We
in
have to go there.
person.
That's where our queen lives, so we have to go.
That's what?
That's where our queen lives.
Yes,
It's Angelia.
yes.
If you're gonna pick royalty, I'd pick well. So
That
TotalCon's a
is
lot of fun. So
yeah.
I really like it. I really thought that it's a good group of people. It reminds me of North Texas in a way, but it's just in a cold place. So
Yeah. Um, I made some additional friends out there, so looking forward to it. It's a good time.
who did you get as a friend? I don't believe you.
I'm not going to tell you because I
Yeah, I
don't
knew it.
want you to
I knew
poison
it.
the well.
I knew it. I knew it.
They know who they are.
Oh, I think I know one of them.
You might.
Damn, you're right. You're right. You bastard.
And at TotalCon, I played a weird space game. Was that? Did you? Were you in? You weren't
I
in that
like
game.
it. And I just saw that book used at the used RPG store. Actually,
Yeah, it was interesting. I was a
it was
communications officer because
that already's funny.
I got bullied by Alyssa Fadden.
Who hasn't, dude? Honestly,
I know. Well, she just posted the thing that her and Jack chopped down a tree in their yard and the tree burned them. And I felt bad for an instant, and then I was like, you fucking deserve it.
you gotta be careful with
You're a
Jack.
bad person.
Jack is the kind of person, dude, who'll get you when you're not looking. You gotta be careful with Jack.
I don't know about that. I
Oh, see, that's
mean,
why you're gonna be the one that gets got, dude.
Jack is on a hostility scale like one step up from an Ewok. I mean, he's not.
Dude, Ewoks, dude, took care of a lot of scout troopers and just took out a couple of ATSTs, dude. You gotta be careful with Ewoks.
I do realize that they ate people, so I
Yeah, but
mean,
again, who doesn't? So,
fair enough.
well, I don't have much that we can go over except that when I was on the Wizard of the Couch show, I realized that we'll never have any kind of skills like they do to run these little. They have they have cards they pass out to people and they vote. We would never vote because we don't count votes. We're like the real government.
Jim has got that thing wired down.
No, it's
Uh,
neat.
he's got that squared away. Those guys really have their market and their niche.
Yeah, I saw
And
Alyssa was on with Kafir. Like, right.
I know. Uh, Founders and Legends.
Oh God, those guys, dude. Thousand Legends like Luke.
That is happening July 17th and 18th, I think it is. Please, anybody who gives a shit about the hobby, check that out
Out.
online. Look on Luke's Facebook. He's got information about it. It's a good cause. There a bunch of people are coming in to play games. I think Tim Kask is going out to run games again.
Wow.
Um, yeah, it's gonna be great. Um, Show him some support. Show him some love.
I mean, what has a Gygax ever done for you? Oh wait, changed my entire life in the direction of it. So
Yeah, basically taught me more than school did.
yeah. No, I mean,
um,
when I went to GaryCon 2012, I was just going to go one time. I was just to see it, and I'm still here basically.
yeah, no, it's crazy. The uh, Luke and everybody putting on the show, grabbing the opportunity to use the interwebs for some good and show some games to people, show some people some different ways to play games that
So
maybe
he's being
they.
live streamed, right?
I believe it's live streamed. I believe they
Is
are
he in
accept.
costume?
Uh, I doubt it.
Okay.
I
He
think they
wasn't one.
are. I think
So,
they are accepting GMs to run games, but
ooh.
I don't know any information about that. And if I'm wrong, chalk it up to me being me.
If I was Luke, I just would order my soldiers to do it. That's the best part of being an officer.
Um, yeah, that might be a conflict of interest.
Well, no, I would order Pex to do it. Is that conflict of interest?
No,
No.
no, because Pex is also an Ewok.
Yeah, he's grumpy here though. He's more like Archer the Grouch, dude.
Yeah, no, he's great. And lastly, unless somebody else comes up with something, there is a Facebook group that I was recently accepted in
Rocky's
that
built it.
that is Frog God Games organized play.
Oh
Do
yeah.
you know anything about that, Zacton
I
Glazerfield?
know that when someone suggested it, I quickly decided that the best thing to do was to vanish in that room. No, Zug Zielsdorf and Keith Hershey Jr. Come to talk to us, and we've been bouncing around about how to do more with game stores and other local groups because not everybody goes to cons. At the time, we
Right.
just that was our interaction. But there's a whole world out there of people who either don't have the money or kind of don't feel like being around a bunch of sweaty nerds or never seen it. So they want to do organized play for stores, and we call it disorganized because don't have the resources or the ability to be Pathfinder Society.
Or
But
the
they're starting to put it
attention
together.
span.
No, we're part to put it together, and they are making plans on how to actually interact with the different groups and do things to make it fun. And it's pretty exciting. So contact Doug Zielsdorf and tell him you'll volunteer. I don't know what it's for volunteering, but you can tell him that and he'll take you.
Okay, I'm just quickly going through our Kickstarters because we're gonna finish out running our scroll to see if we find any Kickstarters we don't know about.
Oh,
But I wanna get
well,
all this stuff out.
oh, all right. Fire away, Skeeter.
No, we're cruising.
No, we're not. Oh, it's Tom Tullis again, Christ.
Yeah, shut up.
No, I will not. Because Tom Tullis is a bad man. Can you see that there? Can you? There it is.
Bad man. Okay, and now here we go. We're just exploring projects. Sugar Heist. That sounds like a Pornhub title.
Whoa, how would you know that? I can't imagine.
Really? I still got one hand.
Well, not for long.
Oh my. Sci-fi Desert City and Stronghold.
But, oh,
Interesting.
that's where the Black Lotus
Ooh,
Eaters came in.
Terraforming Mars.
Yeah, I have not played that. I hear it's very good though. Did you see that? I just saw one for it was for another one of the like a spell effects and stuff like that you throw onto battle mats. I think it ended the other day, but it was really neat actually. I'm seeing cool stuff happening in places I didn't expect just because I feel obligated to go take a look and spend
Well,
$100.
what what I'm really hoping for, I know WizKids has some spell effect templates, but what I'm really waiting for is somebody to come out. Gale Force 9 used to have some wired spell effects, and
Wired.
they were wire, so it was like coat hanger rod, and it was bent into the spell effect templates, like
Oh,
cones or blasts that
really?
you could just set down. Can't get them anywhere. Now, I could just get on my 3D print program and design my own,
Yeah, that's
but
like work, dude.
I'm lazy.
Yeah, so am I actually.
Pirates versus Cthulhu, 3D printing.
Oh, Pirates make everything pretty cool, but Cthulhu makes it better, dude. So how could you lose?
So let's see. Yeah, I mean, all of this stuff is.
You know, didn't there's a guy named Ben Barsh, dude? Did you talk about him earlier?
Yes, I just showed his Path of the Vanished.
But did you show it again to make sure he's in the hospital?
I did.
He might lose his hair.
No.
Yeah, you have to say no
You, of
louder.
all people, shouldn't be saying anything about people with hair. You've got the beautiful mane of luxurious
It's not
locks.
true. It just hides right at the top of my head where it's getting thin. I'm old
Yeah,
now.
well, Bruce Campbell is jealous of you.
I don't know where that is.
Right. Fair enough. All right,
No.
people.
All right, but we have obviously so little to say because the world had so much to say. We just don't want to talk about them.
Zach made me promise not to go on my rants about Facebook and the people therein. So,
What do you think? What do you think about country music from the '80s, Peter?
um, and that's all the time we have right now. Some of it was great, some of it was shit, just like everything else on the
Dude, Hee
planet.
Haw was awesome. That's all I can say.
Dude, Chet Atkins can rip on the guitar.
There you go.
He was
See,
amazing.
you should be this positive in every space you're in.
I think I tried to be positive in this episode.
I think you tried to be a better person. You did. I'm proud of you.
I don't go too far. I
No, I'm proud of
tried.
you right now.
I
Tomorrow will be a different day, but
Yeah.
today, good
Well,
job, Peter Green.
tomorrow is
You
Friday and the end of the week. Here's a PSA for everyone. If you live in a municipality where you can have fireworks, please don't blow your fingers off because then it's more difficult to roll dice. As someone who already has to be off-handed, is not the easiest thing in the world.
but you
So
but you persevere. I know you do. I
I
believe in you.
persevere. Uh, I did. Um, I have every day of the week since I have had surgery. I have been afraid that I burst open my incision and tore my stitches out.
So you're
Uh,
thinking positive, were you?
well, yesterday I called the doctor's office and said, I think I tore the stitches out. And they said, do you see blood? I'm like, it's a splint.
I
You know
take
how
it.
much I would have to be bleeding to have that show? And they said, well, you have an appointment on Monday. Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah. Well, you gotta admit that that's not bad advice. Suck it up, Buttercup is the kind of thing that you would listen to because you don't listen to anything else.
I don't, I didn't hear that. I'm just assuming that's what they said.
Well, everybody else does that.
Everybody, check out Kickstarter for some of your friends'
Post.
Kickstarters. There's a
Oh, they're all
ton
there.
to support. Check out Indiegogo. Our friends at Necromancer Games have some products there. And look next week for Mud Puppies Games Scientific Barbarian.
That's the greatest cover I've seen of a. That's the greatest fake cover I've seen in months and months because I love Scientific American as a kid.
Oh
So
yeah,
way to go, way to go on
it's
that one.
fucking brilliant. But yeah, I have a vested interest in that, so please check it out.
All right. Well, thank you,
Uh,
everybody. God damn it.
Zach. Okay.